She never asked me to be perfect. She just never stopped praying, like perfect was still possible for a boy like me. There were nights I came home that I don't remember clearly, and she was always awake, not waiting up awake. There's a difference. Waiting up is a performance, awake is a woman who couldn't sleep. But something in her spirit wouldn't let her rest until she knew I was breathing. I used to think it was worry, now I know it was warfare. She was fighting for me in a room I didn't know existed, against things I couldn't see that she could feel. And I was too young to understand what it cost a woman to keep believing in a child who gives her very little evidence that the belief is warranted. She prayed me through every room I should have died in. She prayed me through every version of my own destruction. I didn't deserve the coverage, but she laid it down regardless. She prayed me through, and I'm standing here because she never stopped.
She never stopped.
I know now about the call she made to a prayer partner at midnight, about the journal she kept that I found after pages and pages of my name under scripture references, like she was building a legal case for my survival before the judge of everything. I know about the morning she went to church with a smile that didn't reach her eyes, and asked for prayer for her son without telling them the whole truth, because some prayers are better off with just God and a mother, and the specific details that only a mother knows. She didn't pray out of obligation, she prayed out of a love that didn't require me to earn it or even acknowledge it. She prayed me through anyway. She prayed me through every room I should have died in. She prayed me through every version of my own destruction. I didn't deserve the coverage, but she laid it down regardless. She prayed me through, and I'm standing here because
She never stopped.
Mama, I
See it now.
every time I thought I was just lucky, it was you. Every narrow miss, every door that opened at the last possible moment. Every time I woke up when I shouldn't have, it was a coverage you laid down in a room I wasn't in at an hour I wasn't awake, with a faith I didn't share yet. But you believe enough for both of us until I found my own. She prayed me through
Every room I should have died in.
prayed me through.
She prayed me through every version of my own destruction.
I didn't deserve it, but she prayed me through. And now I pray for my children the way she prayed for me.
The way she prayed for me.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you. I see it now. I see it now. I wanna be clear about something before I sing this song. I still believe in God. What I lost faith in was the people who kept using His name to cover their behavior. I grew up in those pews, third row from the front every Sunday. Knew every hymn before I knew how to drive. The church was the whole world, and the people in it were the whole family. And I trusted that the way children trust, completely and without conditions. But trust given completely can be broken completely, and I learned that on a Wednesday in a room with fluorescent lights, where a man who had my soul's respect used his authority like it was a private instrument, not a public trust. And I didn't leave mad, I left confused about how grace could live in the doctrine and die in the delivery. How someone could preach forgiveness on Sunday and practice the opposite on Monday with such confidence.
They hurt me in the name of God,
and that's the hardest kind of wound.
hurt me in the name of God,
and I've been healing since that room. Not from God, from the distance between who He is and what they did. They hurt me in the name of God, and I'm still here. Still here. I watched good people leave and never come back, and I understood every one of them. Watched others stay and perform the smile, and I understood them too. Because leaving means admitting the thing you built your life around had cracks in the foundation, and staying means choosing to believe the foundation is worth repairing. I chose to stay, but I stayed differently. I stopped pretending the ceiling was lower than it was. Stopped accepting behavior in God's name that God Himself would not accept. Because the church is not God, and the pastor's not God, and the institution is not God, and God is not responsible for what people do when they use His name as a cover story.
hurt me in the name of God,
and that's the hardest kind of wound.
hurt me in the name of God,
And I've been healing since that room. Not from God, from the distance between who He is and what they did. They hurt me in the name of God, and I'm still here. There's a God who was wounded by people who used His name, who was betrayed inside a house of worship by someone who called Him friend, who knows exactly what this room feels like from the inside. And He is not the wound, He is the witness to it. He is the healing that the church was supposed to be. And sometimes He bypasses the building and finds you in the parking lot on the way out. I go back sometimes to a different room with different people who seem to understand that the building is just a building, and God is bigger than what was done here. And on the good Sundays, I almost forget the Wednesday. Almost.
still here,
Still here. God's still here.
God's still here,
Still here. Some people keep asking me about the old neighborhood, like they expect me to miss it, like distance means I forgot. I didn't forget, I just don't live there anymore. Yeah. I know the streets you're talking about, I know every corner by first name. Know which houses lit up at 2 a.m. Know the sound that men run, know the code that meant nothing good was about to happen. And I know how easy it is to drive back through, like memory has its own GPS. But I stopped taking those drives about 3 years ago, when I realized I was going back to confirm something that I already knew had changed. And confirmation tours of who you used to be are just another way of staying. I signed a lease on a different life, I forwarded the mail, I left a note on the door that said, don't come looking for me at the old address.
I don't live there anymore,
I don't live there anymore.
don't knock on that door,
I don't live there anymore.
the man don't live here no more,
The numbers are the same, but the tenant has changed.
I don't live there anymore,
Grace gave me a new address, They still call sometimes, the old crowd, the old offer, the old version of easy that always came with a hard price. And I appreciate that they think of me, but I've changed my response from not right now to I don't live there anymore. Because not right now is a maybe, and I don't live there anymore is a deed. And there is a difference between pausing in the old life and leaving it officially. And I needed to leave it officially for my own sake as much as theirs. You can't fully arrive somewhere new if you still got the key to the old place. I canceled that subscription, I returned every belonging that belonged to who I was, not who I'm becoming. I don't live there.
I don't live there anymore.
Don't knock on that door.
I don't live there anymore.
That man don't live here no more. The numbers are the same, but the tenant has changed.
I don't live there anymore.
Grace gave me a new address.
I don't live there anymore.
I'm not better than where I came from. I'm just not from there anymore. There's a difference between running away from something and walking towards something. I stopped running the day I realized I already had somewhere to go. And the address God gave me doesn't appear on any map, but I know exactly where it is, because I live there now. I live there now. So if you see me in the old neighborhood, I'm just passing through, visiting the memory of a man who used to need those streets to feel like somebody. I know who I now, without the zip code, without the corner, without the crew that knew me when I didn't know myself. I don't live there anymore. Haven't for a while, and every day I wake up at the new address. Feels like the first morning I ever came home.
I don't live there anymore. I don't live there anymore. I don't live there anymore.
Grace gave me a new address.
I don't live there anymore.
New address, new man, new address.
I don't live there anymore.
I don't live there You ever sit at a table full of people and feel like you're watching from the other side of a window, like everyone else got the instructions, and you missed the meeting? I've been alone in empty rooms, and I've been alone for once. And I wanna tell you, the second kind is harder to explain, because empty rooms make sense. Empty rooms have an obvious reason, but a full room still leaves you hollow. Is a different kind of math that doesn't have a word yet in the English language that everyone agrees on. I have been at gatherings where my name was in every conversation, and felt completely unreachable to everyone, including myself. Like there was a version of me present and accounted for, and the actual me watching from somewhere slightly outside my own body. And I don't know how to explain it to people who haven't felt it, without sounding like I'm complaining about something I should be grateful for. So mostly I don't explain it, mostly I just carry it like furniture I can't move and decorate around. Crowded room, empty chest, surrounded but alone in the middle of the mess. Crowded room, empty chest, smiling on the outside, hollow in the rest. I've been looking for something in every face around me. Crowded room, empty chest. And the only name I know for what I'm missing is the only name that fills it. I have looked for the thing in every available location. An accomplishment, it doesn't live there. An approval, it visits but doesn't stay. In company, present but unreliable. In productivity, exhausting and empty-handed. In reputation, the most crowded room of all the lonely rooms. And I wanna be honest, cause I think a lot of people are running the same search on the same platforms, finding the same result and performing contentment. Cause I'm in the search, feels like ingratitude. But I think God would rather have the honest admission than the performance of peace. I think He prefers I am lonely in my crowded life, and I don't know what to do with that. To the smile that costs everything and communicates nothing. And the strange thing is, the moment I said that out loud to an actual ceiling in an actual room, something shifted, like the crowd noise got quieter and something else got louder. Crowded room, empty chest, surrounded but alone in the middle of the mess. Crowded room, empty chest, smiling on the outside, hollow in the rest. I've been looking for something in every face around me. Crowded room, empty chest, and the only name I know for what I'm missing is the only name that fills it. Psalm 13:9 says, where can I go from your presence? And the implied answer is nowhere. And I used to read that as a warning, now I read it as a remedy. Cause if God's presence cannot be escaped, then I am never actually alone. Even in the crowded room, even in the hollow chest, even when the furniture of loneliness is arranged perfectly around a life that looks full from the outside, He is in the room. He has always been in the room. The loneliness was never about His absence. It was about my awareness. I'm still learning this. I still feel it sometimes, the gap between the room and my chest. But I'm learning to name it to God instead of decorating around it. And the naming changes something about the furniture. Not alone, even in the crowded room. Not alone, He's in here too. He's in here too. Not alone. Not alone. The most beautiful things I have ever seen were not born beautiful. They were made through something that looked like the opposite of beautiful for a long time. I wanna tell you about a relationship that should've ended 3 separate times. By all reasonable accounting, by every measurement that makes sense. From the outside looking in, we were not compatible in the way people mean when they say compatible. We were compatible in the way fire and dry wood are compatible. We made something real between us, and we burned through most of it in the first few years. And I wanna be honest about that, cause every restoration story that skips the breaking is lying about something important. The breaking was real, the damage was real, and we sat in it for longer than was comfortable. Cause leaving felt like giving up on something that still had a pulse. And the choice to stay in the rubble of something and work with your hands in the dark is not romantic. It is the least romantic thing I have ever done, and the most faithful apart to find the truth.
Broken before we were beautiful,
And the breaking built something new. Now back to what it was, something stronger than what it was. Broken before we were beautiful, and I wouldn't trade a single crack. It made us who we are. It made us who we are. Yeah. Restoration is not the same as returning. I learned it the hard way. You can't go back to what it was, cause what it was had the seeds of what happened already planted in it. What you can do is build something new with the same two people who have now both been through the fire which you became when everything was stripped, and both chose differently in the aftermath. And that choosing differently is where the beauty starts. Not in the grand gesture, not in the dramatic moment. In the Tuesday morning when you could have chosen the old pattern and you didn't. And I keep choosing and she keeps choosing, and the Tuesdays stack up into something that looks from a distance like what we always wanted, but close up is something better, cause it was built, not given.
we were broken before we were beautiful,
Had to fall apart to find the truth.
broken before we were beautiful,
And the breaking built something new. Now back to what it was, something stronger than what it was. Broken before we were beautiful, and I wouldn't trade a single crack.
you made us who we are.
God doesn't restore to original condition. He restores to better than original condition, because the restoration includes the knowledge of the breaking and the wisdom of what survived it, and the intimacy of having chosen each other in the worst possible moment, and the grace of being chosen back. That's not a return, that's a resurrection. And I know the difference now. I look at what we are now, and I can see every crack like a map of where we've been. And I don't wanna smooth them over, I wanna trace them like a man who understands that the scar is not the wound, it's the proof that the wound closed.
Broken before we were beautiful,
Broken before we were
broken
beautiful,
before we were beautiful,
and more beautiful
because of the breaking.